Good evening, everybody, and welcome to War Thunder. I'm Old Dead Man, your host. We're going to look at the Battle Pass real fast because this is a lackluster Battle Pass. But more importantly, we're going to take a look at the Warbond Shop and see if any of those vehicles are good enough for you to spend your time, even if you're not going to spend your hard-earned money on buying the Battle Pass this season. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, and we'll talk about the Battle Pass vehicles and kind of get the skeletons out of the closet to start with. So we'll start off with the big one here, the Sholef. Now, this is the top-end prize for the Battle Pass season, and I mean, by the specs they've got here, not bad. However, let's cut to the chase. As far as I understand, literally everything is wrong about it. The armor, the horsepower, the engine, the gun, everything is reportedly wrong about how they actually introduced the Sholef into the Battle Pass here, or into the game. Now, I've not done a deep dive on the technical specs or anything like that, but it would not surprise me at all, and I have heard it from reliable sources. So I think among the reasons why this Battle Pass is really unpopular right now is the fact that this Sholef is not exactly what people were hoping to see. Now, does that mean it's a bad vehicle? Well, I mean, these artillery pieces are problematic in general to use. This one's not particularly quick on the draw. So overall, again, if they had this thing according to spec, it probably wouldn't be bad. But as it is right now, you've got a worse version of what should be a mediocre artillery piece to speak of. It's really equivalent to like the M109 and other things like that. So this is not a vehicle that's going to, at least for me, get me all that hot to trot for the Battle Pass. Whereas the PBM-5A Mariner at least is an interesting vehicle for the types of things that I would be interested. Now, the thing is that it's not going to be that good in game, especially with as much as Gaijin has done to make bombers and attackers less effective overall in the game. Understand that the people in Air RB don't want to see bombers or attackers. The people in Ground RB don't want to see any aircraft. And so these vehicles are basically left in the cold more than anything else. Now, that is a vast oversimplification. Very rarely do you actually find people that are passionately opposed to these vehicles. It's only a very tiny minority that gets angry about them. But overall, that's still not exactly a big thing for them. Its only advantage is that the Gaijin did announce it was going to be rank 3 instead of just a rank 2 like it would probably actually belong. Then there's the low-tier prize, this battle trophy. Now, instead of having a dedicated ship for this Battle Pass season, they just give you a box that you'll be able to draw one of 4 possible prizes out of the existing premium ship pool. So that makes it even more lackluster than normal. So from my opinion, at least, the ground vehicle is not properly set up. The air vehicle is interesting, but not that special, and it's free besides. And the boat is a random pick. So you may not even get something you want anyway. But maybe there's something in the Warbond Shop that'll make it worth at least the effort to go through the initial tasks. Now, obviously, the first items are rank 2 entirely. You would only pick these up if you just happen to want them or happen to be working those areas of your tree. The Fokker D-21 is a perfectly good aircraft and will be joining in. I think it's a Swedish tree here. No bombs or anything to take it in for ground RB. So, again, if you happen to want this particular aircraft, absolutely jump on it. Go for it. But I don't think it's going to be a big plus for any long-term War Thunder player to actually get their hands on. It's a fixed carriage, undercarriage, decently maneuverable, with some machine guns and some cannons. But it's nothing to write home about, especially when it comes to what you can do with it in War Thunder. If you spend a lot of time at rank 2, especially in Sweden, hey, it'd be a premium to help you grind out that low level, but you're not going to get long-term benefits out of having it or flying it beyond the early stages, of the Swedish tree. The Eagle's a perfectly capable French destroyer, absolutely a good pickup if you're early in your French naval tree, which most people probably are on the blue water stuff, but still, it's not exactly a big deal. So what are you really getting if you pick this up? Again, if you have the specific need of early French, it might help. But if you don't have that specific need, why would you pick it up? By the way, the forward gun turrets actually have insufficient gun depression to be able to hit a small target that close. So I'm having to actually get him off of my far enough away to be able to actually engage it. I'm not even sure I can kind of rock it over a little bit by turning in like that, but yeah, nothing. So I'll have to kind of swing out farther, which it looks like it's swinging in on me too. So my small guns finally took it out. Overall, I mean, it's decent for a rank 2 destroyer, but again, unless you're working on your French low-tier fleet, you're not going to get much use out of it once you're past rank 3 or into rank 3. The Chiha short gun is really even worse as far as that rank goes. It's rank 1.7. The penetration is awful. It's not a very good vehicle. So you're even worse off with this one, which really belongs at rank 1, not rank 2. The only reason it's even it's this high a rank is because Gaijin is not going to give you a rank 1 vehicle in the Battlepass, at least as far as I can tell. It's a derpy gun. Maybe it can hit something on the top, but it's not going to be exactly a major, game changer for your low-level Japanese fleet. So overall, again, I'm left a little bit bereft of useful things. By the way, you may have noticed that the camera suddenly popped up, and that's because I forgot to start the camera at the start of this video. So, we will just have to deal with not seeing my face for a little bit. Yeah, it's a big kaboom, and that's about the only thing that you're going to get out of it. It's not going to penetrate much at longer distances. But at 1.7, you're not going to face much you can't actually kill with it. When you get a little bit higher in the Warbond Shop, you at least get rank 3 vehicles like the PT-7. Well, take it back. The PT-174 is even rank 2. So that makes it not even good for the higher tier naval stuff. It's just not... Again, this is not a very good Battle Pass season right now. I mean, it's a fine enough gunboat here. It's got torpedoes, torpedo boats, and a decent array of weapons. And to be honest, it will do just fine. It's got that 40mm Bofors right on the nose. And it'll get along pretty good. But overall, you're still looking at just kind of a not that useful once you're past rank 3 of the U.S. naval tree. So you can pick it up for just the purpose of having something to have as a premium for that low tier, but I just don't think you're going to get much out of it in the end. However, the ground and the air prizes are not bad at all. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ground one first. The Panzerbefehlswagen 4J. Now, the 4J has got a really slow turret rotation speed, which will be familiar because there's a Panzer 4J in the tech tree, as I recall. But other than that, it's still got that really effective 75 millimeter German gun, and will be able to easily kill well above its BR. You could easily take this into 5.7 or even into the 6.0 range, and effectively make use of this gun to kill things far above your weight. However, it's kind of a slow acceleration, and like I said, the turret rotation's slow. It could be worse. It really could. The armor, of course, if you even at its BR, will be easily slaughtered by American 75 millimeter guns, but you'll also be easily able to slaughter pretty much anything at your BR. Quite easily, in fact, because the gun is that good. It can get along at about 30 kilometers per hour, so that's not bad. Again, this is not a bad vehicle. I actually think that this one, if you're kind of don't want the air prize, this one is very good and nice to have at rank 3. Could fluff out your German tree if you really want to, or something like that. However, if you're going to spend any time at all on this Battle Pass to speak of, the one aircraft that I think you probably ought to be looking at is the A-20G30 in the Russian tree. It's got the 50 caliber machine guns. It's got it can carry bombs. It's got twin engine action here. Now the A-20s have been kind of overall kind of outclassed as you go forward. I think even the Tech Tree US A-20 is only a rank 2 vehicle, if I remember correctly. But it can take a decent amount of punishment from 30 cals and top mount machine guns, unless they get just a really lucky hit on it. It's not too agile, but it can absolutely hold its own in a dogfight against other twin engine heavy attackers. Would I bring it up against a Spitfire? No. I mean, you'd have to use your tail gunner and all that kind of stuff and hope that you manage to pull it off. It does not have a bomb sight, which is... Oh, it does have a bomb sight. I take it back. That puts this into pretty much pick it up territory if you are interested in the aircraft at all. Having the bomb sight in ground RB is a tremendous help, especially at these lower BRs, in something that is also agile enough to at least, and fast enough to do a reasonable job at engaging air targets and running away as needed. Understand that will be needed. And this is not fast, so you have to anticipate them coming and use your tail gunners to keep them from really lining you up. But those 50s are nice. It pulls out well from a dive. If you're going to pick anything at all up from this Battle Pass season, and you're interested in the A-20s, this is the route to go. It's about the only prize that I think actually delivers on being worth the effort to get in the Battle Pass. The second one being the Panzer IV-J. The rest of the vehicles, I'm just not impressed. I'll try and perhaps get far enough in the Battle Pass season and in the Warbond Shop to pick up this A-20 and the PBM-5A, but I'm not even buying this Battle Pass season. And to be honest, that's kind of the problem. Gaijin has been downgrading the Battle Pass repeatedly until there's very little that is worth the effort to engage with. Early Battle Pass season prizes were pretty darn good. Some of them were reasonable ranks, really interesting vehicles, or often they were things like Corsairs that are a lot of fun, or other aircraft that have really good roles that they can carry out, and they didn't necessarily have unique capabilities, but they were worth it. The A-1H, for instance, I believe was a Battle Pass vehicle, if I remember correctly. So what are you going to pursue, if anything, out of this Battle Pass season? Like I said, I'm not buying it this time because it is so lackluster. And it just indicates that Gaijin has been reducing and reducing the Battle Pass prizes as time has gone on. It started really strong and have gone downhill ever since. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Give me that old thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video, and absolutely let me know what you think of Gaijin's efforts here, because I think that's going to be important. I understand people have been review bombing the game on Steam again. Part of it is this lackluster Battle Pass season. Part of it is the Sholef, which was apparently really incorrectly put into the game. It's just crazy out there. That said, I'm going to keep playing War Thunder because I enjoy the game. So if you aren't excited about this Battle Pass season, congratulations. You can have a nice, relaxed, nearly 3 months. And depending on the event vehicles that they're going to be putting in there, which haven't been all that exciting lately, you might just find that you've got a nice casual time that you can relax and just play the game for the fun of the game. Something that we just don't do often enough these days. You have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next video. I forgot to start the recording on the camera.